Hey, soul survivors, we're going to talk about, does a narcissist want to hurt us on purpose? What are the times they intentionally harm us on purpose, and what other times is it unintentional? So as you can see, there are plenty fish in the sea, but we have to get out there and go catch something new instead of ruminating. But some of us are still stuck in rumination, missing our person and trying to understand. So we're going to talk about what needs to be talked about. So narcissists, these are people with excessive sense of self-importance, constantly for adoration. So it might seem that the narcissist intentionally wants to hurt us. And the truth is it's more complicated than that. So narcissists primarily focused on their own needs, also their desires. And because of this, they engage in behaviors that do hurt other people simply because they don't consider the impact. And that's because of that lack of empathy. On top of that, they may intentionally hurt others if they perceive them as a threat to their sense of superiority, or if they feel that they're not receiving the attention or the admiration that they feel they deserve. So they do hurt intentionally and also unintentionally based on their motivations and the situation, who their target is. So how do they purposely hurt someone? They can use that verbal abuse. Narcissists like to use insults, put downs, and other forms of verbal abuse to undermine a person's self-esteem and make that person feel small so the narcissist feels big. Emotional manipulation. They use these tactics such as guilt tripping, gaslighting, playing the victim to get what they want. And they'll also withhold affection, sex, or attention. And they can intentionally withhold this or punish someone who's not meeting their needs. A lot of times they'll give you the silent treatment or that narcissistic rage just to control the situation. And that's to assert their power over that person. And they do those smear campaigns, public humiliation. Narcissists might use public humiliation to assert their dominance and make someone feel small or embarrassed in front of others. Sometimes these can even be falsehoods that they are stating. Sabotage. They can intentionally sabotage someone's efforts or plans to maintain control over them and to ensure that they are the center of attention. That's what the narcissist just thrives on, to feel wanted. And so is it unintentional? A lot of people say that they're demonic or completely out for themselves. They do have good intentions sometimes, and that's where a lot of this good intention comes off. So while they may intentionally hurt someone, they can also unintentionally hurt people just because of their lack of empathy and their self-centeredness. So such ways, such as dismissing other people's feelings, they often struggle to understand or even empathize with the emotions of other people. And as a result, they just dismiss it or minimize the feelings of others, even if they are valid. And people don't get the validation that they need. It's not always to see things, let's say, my way, but it's to understand what I'm trying to communicate. We can agree to disagree, but at least don't dismiss what I'm trying to say. Ignoring others' needs. They are often preoccupied with their own needs and desires and may not consider the needs of others. When you're in a relationship, it's a partnership, but it's in a narcissistic relationship, it just is one-sided. So they feel they may fail to prioritize the needs of others, leaving them feeling neglected or unimportant, and being insensitive to other people's boundaries. Narcissists love to break boundaries, but they also have a double standard. Narcissists may not respect the boundaries of others, either because they're unaware of them or because they believe that they're entitled to just disregard, like, you're wasting my time. Not taking responsibilities for their actions. Narcissists often struggle to take responsibility for their mistakes or their failures. So a lot of times you don't get apologies. If people don't take accountability, they're likely to repeat the pattern. And with the narcissist, when they do apologize, it's not heartfelt because they don't feel it. It's not a connection. They don't empathize with it. So it's just going to keep being repeated. And it makes it difficult for others to anticipate their reactions or respond appropriately. So what is the difference between male and female? They can exhibit things in different ways, their behaviors or tendencies. Depends on the person, depends on a whole bunch of different factors, but in general, in the traditional sense, grandiosity. Research has found that males tend to display more grandiosity than females. This can include behaviors such as bragging about their accomplishments, seeking attention, and exaggerating their talents and abilities. It's a dog eat dog world out there, and they want to win. Relationship dynamics, men and women, male and female, can also have different patterns of behavior within these romantic relationships. Males may be more likely to engage in physical or sexual aggression, while female narcissists may be more likely to engage in emotional manipulation or other forms of relational aggression. So self-esteem. Research suggests that female narcissists have lower self-esteem than males, and it can manifest in behaviors such as seeking validation or attention from others. So we got our sociability. Females may be more socially adept than males, as they tend to be more skilled at interpersonal communication, and they use it as a weapon. They can use that charm and charisma to manipulate others. So we do need to remember that these are general trends, and that individual narcissists can have a range of these behaviors. It's not necessarily they're going to conform to gender stereotypes. Not all narcissists will display every characteristic associated with their gender. So it's really hard to pinpoint who is a narcissist. But what's the difference between a liar and a narcissist? Now, a liar, a lot of people lie. We pretty much all do at some point in our life. But a liar is somebody who intentionally tells falsehoods, while a narcissist is somebody who has this personality disorder characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance, lack of empathy, and need for admiration. So a narcissist may lie, but not all liars are narcissists. A liar may lie for a variety of reasons. They want to avoid punishment, or to protect themselves or even other people, or to gain a personal advantage. However, in contrast, a narcissist, they like to lie to enhance their image, to manipulate others, and to maintain their sense of control over a situation. So it's sometimes seems like a fine line, but it's the underlying motivation and purpose and self-centeredness and falsehoods. So narcissism is that personality disorder that affects an individual's behaviors in many different aspects of her life. Lying can be a behavior exhibited by anybody, regardless of personality, mental health status. So narcissists and liars, they can engage in deceptive behavior, and narcissism is a specific disorder characterized by that sense of grandiosity, lack of empathy, and a need of admiration. So their lies have a different purpose to them too, as well. So, do narcissists ever become self-aware without interaction or intervention? Do they ever just stop and think like, whoa, this isn't working, I'm doing something wrong? So it's difficult to estimate how often they become self-aware without intervention, because there's limited research on that. A lot of people go undiagnosed. They don't even cross the paths of psychiatrists or researchers. So research does suggest at this time that narcissists can be resistant to seeking treatment, and a lot of times they lack the insight that is necessary to recognize that their behavior is problematic. A lot of times they're getting their way, so they think, why change it? They like getting their way. And it also takes a lot of mental effort, just like us, how we're struggling and trying to heal. It takes pain, it takes just rewiring of the brain, looking at things different, talking different. The narcissist is just different. So there was one interesting study published in the Journal of Personality Disorders, found that NPD narcissists have low levels of self-awareness and were less likely to seek treatment on these personality disorders. But there are some research that suggests that certain life events, such as divorce, loss of a job, this may trigger self-reflection or a greater awareness of somebody's behavior. And someone with narcissistic traits may seek help on their own because they recognize that something's not working. So note that self-awareness is a complex and ongoing process, and it does take time and effort in order for the narcissist to recognize and address these problematic behaviors. So if you're in a relationship with one or concerned about your own behavior, mental health professionals can help you. I'm here to help you along the way as well. But it is a toxic situation that, without being addressed and corrected, will always lead to devastation. And it's hard to rewire your brain. And I'm here to help you in the healing process. If you guys struggle with certain things, topic requests are welcome. If you like this video, give it a like, helps with the algorithm. Subscribe or share if this can help someone. And remember, there's plenty of fish in the sea, and the right person is out there, but you have to go get them. Hope you enjoyed the fishing trip. See you soon.